What is up, Planeswalkers? Theurx6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. I do, of course, hope you go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It is a good deal, and it helps support the show. Now, it also puts you into a chance to win one of 3 sweet Richard Kane Ferguson playmats. These playmats are awesome, and you'll be drawn. The winners will be drawn on May 20th. So if you use my promo code 6 before then, you will get some sweet value. Today we're going to play some competitive metagame, and we are playing this. We are playing a carbon copy deck from Arena Decklist. I think all of you who want to see competitive decks for Arena should go on Twitter and follow Arena Decklists. It's literally at Arena Decklists, one word, no little things. It's cool. This is done by Louis Navas. Over retweeted by Arena Decklist, and he was able to get 7-0, 5-0, or 5-1, and 7-0 in the competitive metagame. Now, the competitive metagame challenge is meant to be a best of 3 tournament-like thing that is very competitive and has really nice rewards if you can get to them. So this deck essentially, he called it Orzhov Angels. I called it Orzhov Angles because it's funny. But some interesting things I found in the deck, and I'm going to start with that first. It's 26 lands. Now, that seems really weird when it has a 3.1 average of curve, but I was playing some traditional best of 3, some traditional ranked best of 3 with this deck, and I found that 26 lands is actually fine because Arena likes to screw you over. So this is fine. So, as you can see, we're not playing any 1-drops naturally. We're playing several 2-drops, though, and they're all pretty good 2-drops. We're playing 4 Adanto Vanguard. This card is This card is fantastic on both attacking and defense. If you're going to be hit by something that has 4 or more power, you can essentially just use this to block because it's functionally equivalent, except you might be able to, double block in some situations and be able to get a kill while still remaining somewhat on the board. And of course, this is just a really annoying card for control opponents to deal with. It is a free power attacking creature on turn 3, which is really nice, and it's difficult to get rid of unless your opponent, of course, uses something that either gives minus things or exiles, which is very nice. For Tithe Takers, this card is just fantastic because it's very similar to Adanto Vanguard. It's annoying to kill, it's annoying for control opponents, and it's 2 blockers, in this case, against aggressive decks. So you can have this out against an aggro deck. They're not going to be able to do burn things on your end step. They are, if they go ahead and attack you, you can block with this, which is a decent 2 power creature. Of course, both sides do die to Chain Roller, but meh, Chain Roller's a card. But you block once, and then you get an Afterlife token to block again. Very, very helpful. Orzhov Enforcer is just a pretty decent body as a 1-power Death Touch creature. That also happens to have Afterlife. This is not a powerful card against control, however, so I believe that is why they decided to choose just 2 of these, but it is still fulfilling a decent role. And we're also playing 2 Cast Downs. This is just a decent all-around removal. It is not as helpful necessarily as Moment of Craving against the aggressive decks, but it does have a slightly wider array of targets. For Resplendent Angels, this is quote-unquote an Angels deck, of course, and Resplendent Angel with the 26 lands is pretty relatively often going to be able to get you to 6 lands, to 6 mana to actually use their ability, which gets you a bevy of Angels. Obviously, this is very nice against control, but against aggro, if you have to, you can go ahead and just hold up the requisite mana to get lifelink on a block. 5 power lifelink blocker is pretty nice. You do need to be careful about dealing with lightning strikes from your aggressive opponent, but still, this card is pretty decent for what it is. 4 Gideon Blackblades. I had to double take when I saw that this list ran 4 Gideon Blackblades because it is a legend, so it can just die in your hand essentially because you might have one on the board. That said, this thing is probably going to be targeted a lot, so having 4 of them is totally fine. This is going to help your creatures to either get you a little bit more life, attack into strange situations, or just be able to get vigilance so that you can attack and still hold back a blocker for Gideon Blackblade. What's really nice, and this is something I've actually done in my practice games, is that I was able to -6 something and immediately deploy another Gideon. Because I had one stuck in my hand, I got Gideon up to 6, and it was nice. Yeah, also, it's it's a 4-power creature that's really hard to deal with. Helpful. 4 Mortifies. It gets rid of creatures and enchantments. It's real helpful. It's one of the best removal spells in the game right now. 4 Seraph Scales. It's an angel. It has several bodies attached to it. It's really annoying for both control and aggro. It can get Death Touch to fight up. It can get Vigilance to protect you while attacking. It's fantastic. 2 Ixalan's Binding in the main. This card is just catch-all. if you need to deal with a Planeswalker, if you need to deal with some enchantments or artifacts, and you don't have your Mortifies or whatever, it just deals with all of it. It's really nice. And then, of course, 4 Lyras. What kind of Angel deck would we be without 4 Lyras? It has lifelink, and it's a 5-power 5/5 flyer against the control decks. It's good. We already went over the main deck, but we do have 2 Memorial to Follies because sometimes our stuff dies, and we need to make sure we get stuff back. So yeah, it's all fine and dandy. Now we're going to go over to the sideboard because the sideboard actually matters because we're playing competitive best of 3 event. We are playing 4 Duress because control is a thing, 2 additional cast downs because mid-range is a thing, 3 Despark, essentially for mid-range control. This is almost always going to be hitting Planeswalkers, to be honest, but it does that really efficiently, so that's nice. 2 Cry the Carnariums deals really nicely with aggro. 1 Kaya. Kaya is helpful in several situations, and it really depends on what situations you're looking for. I definitely bring it in against a lot of the creature-heavy aggressive decks because the +1 and -1 are both very fantastic, since the creature-heavy aggressive decks do have a lot of creatures that have CMC 1 or less. Well, 1. And then the +1 obviously can get you a little bit of life back from the creatures you already dealt with that are in the graveyard. It is also potentially helpful against any control style deck or, combo-y mid-range style deck that does use their graveyard a lot. Something like Drake's. 1 additional Ixalan Binding just because when you need to destroy Planeswalkers. And then 2 Ugin, the Ineffable. This also just comes in against super control-y decks. It helps you deal with things. You don't get anything out of its passive, but who cares? Because you're getting consistent card advantage with it. A board presence plus getting a card draw if that goes away. And then the -3 to just destroy essentially anything. There are very few colorless cards other than other Ugins that we actually want to deal with. So now I'm going to go and put my webcam back on. I decided there that I really wanted you to be able to see the cards because of what we're doing. So we're going to hop into the competitive metagame. So this costs 2,000 gold to enter, or 400 gems. I'm going to use the gold because that's what the prizes are in. So with no wins at all, you get 500 gold. Essentially what that means is this only costs 1,500 gold. But by having it be 2K, it forces people who have more gold to be able to play, because this is not meant for new players. This is meant for people who are trying hard to get to them high value things. Then with just 1 win, you've only lost half your gold, and honestly that's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. And once you get to 2 wins, you've already more than broken even, because you have essentially now paid 500 gold for a pack, right? You got 1,000 of your gold back. A single pack typically costs 1,000 gold. You got 500 back. You essentially made 500 gold. 3 wins is where you literally have paid the price and got 3,000 worth, and it just gets better and better with each go, culminating in the 7-0, 5,000 gold and 30 packs. So we're definitely going to go for 7 gold if we can. Now I should say that I didn't actually record my practice games because I wasn't sure that I was going to play this on the channel, because I wasn't sure if people would care about the competitive metagame challenge. And of course I'll figure that out in the coming days with the... Can I just get the arena, please? Background or something? I don't want to look at this nonsense. Whatever. In the coming days, we'll see if people actually do care. But I did win a few games in traditional best of 3. I don't think I lost any of them, but I don't recall. So red-white, potentially a problem. But we do have Tithe Taker. We do want another white source. I think we're running 10 white sources and only like 6 black sources, so this is potentially a problem. But we're going to go ahead and Tithe Taker here. And this is likely just going to block for several turns, or for a couple turns. Unfortunately, of course, this does have trample, so honestly, we might just die here. But what's really nice is that I'm able to just continue playing. I can just continue to sign back up. That is unfortunate. Yep, good old explosive deck. They're going to put another one on there. So I have to literally chump this. This is their 3rd turn. They're attacking with a 5/5 and a 3/5. No, they're going to be attacking with 6/6 and a 3/5. Yeah. This is their 3rd turn. So this is probably going to be a loss. And that is annoying. And this game is going to be lost. Luckily, this is best of 3, so you get mitigated somewhat against this nonsense. Seraph the Scales, also going to be helpful. And then I just need... Honestly, I just need to get to my Lyras. Please? Okay, that's fine. But of course they have another one mana buff spell. Yup. Easy chump there. Easy chump junior. Oh, come on. Wait. What? Why did you need that? I don't understand why they did that. I'm going to take the 4 damage here. I assume they're going to put it on the Dreadhorde Arcanist. I'm going to take the 4 damage here because I want to be able to double block with Seraph Scales. 10 power worth of... I mean, it's... Look at this board. This is ridiculous. I mean, the thing is, even if I'm able to get out Seraph Scales and double block this, I'm probably still screwed. Because this, I have to... Like, I double block this, I get 2 tokens. I mean, luckily we do have the mana for Lyra, and we can play Lyras every turn. It's just if we're going to be able to actually deal with it, because we don't have any main deck Kaizraths. We don't have any sideboard Kaizraths either. Oh well. So for what it's worth, I can at least potentially kill their Dreadhorde Arcanist as long as they don't have another buff spell. Because a single buff spell means that we... Oh, wait, that is a single power buff spell, so that actually doesn't matter. Yeah, so this doesn't buff toughness, which is important. Very important. Oh, right. I got a new red nail polish, except it's way too bright. So I'm probably going to, like, give it to a patron or something. I don't know. It's way too bright. It's not dark enough. Oh, I can't double block. Fuck. I literally can't double block. Because I will die if I don't. I have to block. This is their 5th turn. Gonna try and kill this. I assume my opponent has something. Like, they shocked that one turn. Okay, I'm actually really surprised by that. So I can play Lyra. Can potentially double block this with a token. It is looking grim. Why do you keep shocking? What Feather. Oh, yay. So I can Ixalan's Binding this. So, I mean, they're down to 1 card. I think the correct decision, honestly, is Ixalan's Binding this. Because that should buy me some time. Yeah, because then I can just deploy all my Lyras. Hopefully they can deal with Feather. But this single card is just destroying me. They don't have anything in there. What are you doing? Okay, that's fine. They're doing it for the scry to make sure they can get something. Shit, they put it to the top. That's not good. That is very not good. That does not bode well for me at all. I cannot attack. Oh, we're so close to potentially being fine. Well, that's bad. You're taking 5, 6, frankly. I wonder if they would use that on the goblin. They absolutely would. They would absolutely use that on the goblin. I'm honestly surprised they didn't do this in the first place. Oh, because it would get exiled. I think I have to block like that. If I block the goblin, then I just get blown out by the scry anyway. Like, there's no reason they shouldn't just play the scry here. Sure. Okay, that one was at the bottom, so that's nice. That's going to go back to their hand. I'm going to have Lyra out. Lyra at least will be able to block and deal damage to a goblin. Mortify, but they have Sheltering Light. I think I had to play Lyra here. At some point I'll be able to squeeze in the Mortify. It's a pass for me. Let's see. So I can... So Sheltering Light just gives them indestructible, right? Yeah, and scries. Okay, so they showed me that they don't have a thing to play. They have to attack with that one, so I can at the very least get 5 life back. Interesting, okay. Sure. So if I block here and block here, then I'll be at 9. And I'll go down to 1. I think that's the correct decision. They're forced to use this over here. Because wherever I block with Lyra, they're going to use it there. So I think this is the correct decision. Lyra. Yeah, because like if I do it here, they still just do that. Sure. Yep, Sheltering Light, that's what I expected. The Scry at the top is so bad. I'm at 1, which is unfortunate. I could attack. So they can obviously Feather here. So I can attack for 5, go back up to 7, play another Lyra, block, which would take me up to 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'd be at 2. So honestly, I think that's what I have to do, because Mortify unfortunately just doesn't get me here. Cast Down is also not great in the situation. So I have to do this, because this maximizes my life total. Oh, right. Yes, I would. Gotta choose one to keep. What am I looking for here? A Resplendent is helpful. There's any other angel, honestly, because then I have 2 sources of life gain. Yeah, once again, I think I have to block Feather. I'm at 6. Oh, right, 5 and 6. So that would actually put me to 11, right? Yeah. That would be 2, 4, 6, 10. So if they have any buff here, I am dead. But I'm pretty sure I have to block like this. I guess I could block like this instead. But then they don't have to use the Sheltering Light. Oh, they're probably going to use it anyway. Yeah, I guess this is a better play just for the fact that if they have a single pump spell, then I die. Sure. I'd like to see a Scry at the bottom. Very unfortunate. Is this once per turn? Nope. Of course it's not. Yeah, so see, I would have... Oh, am I still dead anyway? Because they kept that on top, yeah. Cool, I am just dead. I am surprised at how long I was able to last from that nut of a hand. So we very, very easily bring in the Duresses. Despark actually isn't very good for us here, unfortunately. Cast Down also not great. It's not terrible, it's just not great. Cry too is just not great. Fudge. The Kayas are not really good. The Despark, not good. You could definitely make an argument for bringing in more cast downs over the bindings. I need blockers early, but I think Adanto Vanguard is one of the weaker ones. I feel like I actually want to trim 1 Lyra. And I kind of want to just get rid of these bindings for cast downs. I don't think that's correct. Is Gideon any good? I feel like Gideon's kind of weak in this matchup, right? Like, he's only a human on your turn. You can give a creature that you have, like, something until end of turn, but that doesn't matter. I think Gideon is actually pretty weak here. Do I drop him completely? I'll keep 1 in, but I think I just want to bring in more cast downs. Yeah. I think we gotta go like this. But if we lose, of course, I'm like, been 20 minutes? Jeez. It's a hard fought. I'm absolutely going to play another go if this is just a loss. This is a good hand. This is actually an incredibly importantly good hand. Ooh, and they mulliganed. Oh, this is helpful. Because then they can't have as much of a nut as they did last time. Whoa, whoa, why are you... What? What's with all that? Double it Vanguard. That's fine, but annoying. What? What? Why is it doing this? Annoying little bugger. So I can get this down, then I can get Gideon down. Do I want to get Gideon down? What would he do? I actually think I do want to get Gideon down.
I march into battle as your champion of justice. Share in my light.
I'm going to choose Vigilance. I'm going to attack with this. I don't really care if it dies. See, my opponent's dumb. They shouldn't block this. What? Okay, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that at all. Why would you block for that? They must have something good here, right? War Boss? Sure, War Boss is going to get mortified. Their token... Is their token going to get blocked? Do I care about that? Not really. No, not really. No, I'm fine with that. Binding, sure. This needs to die. This is going to plus. I'm going to give this vigilance.
I believe in you, friend.
I'm getting doing pretty well here, but for what it's worth, sorry, it's not great. Or at least it hasn't been. I do need to draw another land. Vanguard, sure. Does Gabo still go Gideon? If he does, I think I still don't care. Because I am plusing Gideon every turn. Although I'm going to be able to Tithe Taker next turn. So I guess I might as well block this. If they waste a pump spell on this, then I actually think that's pretty good for me. They only have one card, yeah, so this should be an easy victory. Oh, and another Mortify, so that does mean we kind of get taken off the need to have words are hard. Another land for binding, so we can just mortify something that they play. I'm gonna go in plus. I'm going to give you... Who cares? Why not?
Lend you my strength.
I can just go ahead and attack here, because Gideon does not lose loyalty when he's a creature. And of course that is... Oh, cool. It's right there. See, my opponent shouldn't have done that, because they have to take the damage anyway. Like, it's cute, but if you misclick or something like that, then... Like, it's no different than just taking the damage, because it costs you 4 either way. So I just think that was incorrect. They're kind of fled now a little. Narcanist, sure. You don't have anything though, right? No. Easy block. If you want to pay 4 more life, that's totally fine with me. You really gonna pay 4 more life? That's interesting. That's so incredibly interesting. I can plus an attack with Gideon again. Then it'll be at 7. I have Mortify if I want something to die. Yeah, I think it's just because my opponent's on kind of the back rope. Gideon's definitely been helpful this game, but I think it's because I was on the play. If I was on the draw, then I'm playing him on 3, and I possibly don't have a board necessarily. Oh, cool, I also got 4. So I can even just play Seraph the Scales if I want. I'm just gonna give this Vigilance. I'm not playing Seraph the Scales yet, because if my opponent wants to do some funky stuff, then I can Mortify in response. Can't block that, it has flying. Can't block that, it has flying. You cannot block that, it has flying. I feel as if this person may just have a net deck and not know actually how to use it. They're down to 2. So the question is, do I hold up Mortify or do I play out a Seraph of the Scales? I think, honestly, the correct decision is probably hold up Mortify. Well, Seraph of the Scales, it accomplishes like the same thing, right? Because I can just block. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is correct or if I'm supposed to hold up Mortify, but when my opponent's only on 1 card in hand, I think this is probably fine. I'm going to not cut this up into videos, into multiple videos, I should say. It's going to be as long as it is. Some people might like that, some people will not like it, but it's, you know, it's competitive best 3. If you want to, you know, see a cool deck in action, this is a good one. Okay, this is going to me. So they're trying to get there with the card draw. I will just block here. Yep, cool. So now we go to game 3. They're back on the play. Do I change anything? I definitely am fine keeping in Duress, even though I'm on the draw. But I think Binding gets worse. I think Gideon also technically gets worse. Let's see. I did see that they have Adanto Vanguards. The issue, of course, is that it's not always going to hit. So it's really between Cry or bringing in my own Vanguards. But since I'm against an aggressive deck, I think it's just better to bring in the Cries. It's not great for sure. I take out the Gideons, right? Like, it was good for me that game, but that's something that a lot of newer players have issues with, is that they'll have a card that's good for them in one game, but the card is actually not good for them overall in the matchup. And I feel like that's the case for this Gideon. I legit don't know, though. I'm going second, so it's possible that well, I have enough room. I'll keep a Gideon in, I suppose. I legit think that Ixalan Binding is just a little too slow. Yeah, we'll try this. But as you can see, like, the 26 lands doesn't seem to be, like, hindering me, right? Like, I'm never flooding out. If anything, I mana screwed sometimes. It's so strange. That's a big no for me, Chief. Luckily, they mulliganed as well. Oh, that's a big if for me, Chief. If this was a swamp, I would keep it. I would keep it so hard. But I really cannot justify keeping this hand. This hand is even worse, but I can't justify going down to 4. Fudge. Oh my gosh, land on the top, thank you so much. They scrubbed the bottom, so that is good. They played that tapped. Unfortunately, of course, I cannot play the Duress early, but I will have access to cast down next turn if I need it. Boros Guildgate, oh, interesting. Land into Dreadful Darkness, so that is going to die. But the question is, and this is a nice get for me, because I can cast down into Resplendent, or I can Tithe Taker Duress the following turn. The question is, do I cast this down now, or do I wait until my opponent targets it with something? I think I want to wait, to be honest. I might essentially... So there's definitely an argument to make to just kill it now, because they might have multiple indestructible cards. But right now they only have 1 white, so they wouldn't be able to do that because those are white spells. And 2, I can potentially force them to waste that card. Yeah, I will take the 1. I'm totally fine for that. The question here is, do I cast this down now? Probably. The second main phase, what are they thinking about? What are they thinking about? Steady trying to find the mode. Why do what I do? Freedom ain't getting no closer. No matter how far I go. The car is stolen. The registration. Cops patrolling. And it done stopped me and I get locked up. They won't let me out. Opponent? Hello? I have an Ethernet connection. Thank you, opponent. Maybe they cut out. That's something I have to reconcile. Oh, cool. I get to kill one of these. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. So I think I'm going to Tithe Taker Duress here. Yeah, I think that's just more efficient. Because they only have 3 cards and I want to see what they're up on. Target enchantment. What? Well, it's a good thing I took out those bindings. Alright, buy Reckless Rage. Cool. Probably not gonna... Well, my opponent can cast this now with this. That's potentially dumb. But their Demystify is just dead in their hand. Bugler! How dare you? Bugler. 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 So I'll probably just play Resplendent Angel out here. Yeah, I just take this. They might even kill my thing, but sure. That's fine. They're still pretty low in cards. Correct decision. Yeah, I just play Resplendent Angel here. Then they just have not great attacks. Then I can play Gideon, the following. No attacks, please. Gideon, lifelink. Yeah, so unless they need to have a buff spell. They don't have a buff spell. Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and Gideon.
Together we can banish evil from
She needs
plane.
4, right? Yeah, all 5. So I'm gonna give you Vigilance.
Your light will cleave the darkness.
I'm gonna attack with you. Okay. So if I can top deck a land next turn, I can play Lyra. And I can give this lifelink, attack with both of these, get a 4/4. Okay, so if I can top deck a land, we're pretty good. We have 26 land in the deck. Feather, sure, that's no problem. Wee hee 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 hoo-wee a bumblewee. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. I might as well attack with this card. Wee hoo hee hee wee a bumblewee. Gideon doesn't take damage when he's a dude. Gideon doesn't take damage when he's a dude. Gonna trigger that lightning and get a dude. Ooh, yeah. This game is over. I have won. I did not think I was gonna win this match at all. Technically, you know, we're not done yet, but I have a first strike angel. That's pretty dang good. So even if they... No, I guess they can attack and target it again. But I can still just block with my 5/5 angel. So if they attack with the Dreadhorde Darkness, I can kill it, which is nice. Sure. I assume they're going to attack with the 5/4. Sure, it doesn't have trample, so I really don't care. They're going to use the Arcanist on that to make that a... Oh! Interesting. Very interesting. It's just so good. Gonna plus this. Going to give Lyra Vigilance, I guess? Yeah, might as well. Oh wait, that might have been dumb. If you use Samet Sprit,
Share in my light.
this becomes a 5/5. Oh, a 5/5. 5/5. 5/5 still kills this. So yeah, that's fine to give her Vigilance. Next to combat, next to attacks. And I'm pretty sure I just attack. Well, I attack with this as well because it also has Vigilance and it kills this. So I definitely attack with both of these. If I attack, I shouldn't attack with either of these. Well, I might as well attack with Gideon. There's like no reason not to. Yeah, there's literally no reason not to. Because he does not die, and he doesn't block for me, so there's literally zero reason not to attack him. So this is a lethal attack, so they do need to block somewhere. That's not what I expected. Because I'm gaining so much life, at some point, I'm just going to be able to ignore this, right? Oh god, it's 7:30 already? What the fuck? How? I recorded as soon as I got home. Sure, don't care. Gideon's still alive. Alright, so my opponent is going to be down to 3. I'm at 33. I really don't even care about getting hurt. Sure, get that back. I don't care. I get another 5/5. I have 5 blockers. And I can just take the damage. I'm frankly surprised my opponent is still here. I guess it's a competitive metagame challenge. You don't want to throw away your gold. Oh, they have the 4 damage card. Okay. Sure. Yeah. I can't make more of these, but my opponent has 1 flying blocker, so they're still dead. Yeah, they're looking for some. Yeah, I still have 3 flying blockers. Still fine. I mean, they can't draw any cards. Right? They're not able to draw any cards. Just swing all out of me. Attack my Gideon. Don't care. Oh, wait. Assert dominance. There it is. Didn't expect to win that match, but I did in 36 minutes. Well, 30 minutes. Cool. All right. So get another game in. I'm gonna. I might actually have to end this video early, depending on how long it happens. I didn't expect it to be this long. That's what she said. The King in Yellow. The King in Yellow. That's a story that I know. Why am I Vivian Reed right now? There we go. This is an okay hand. We're going second, which is unfortunate, but we do have a turn 2 into turn 3. Can't play Gideon just yet, but seems fine. Not great, fine. Red? Is this mono red? It is. Okay, let's see if we can compete against the Onslaught. Decent card because I can play it first. So can definitely play this. Mortify. It's reasonable. Especially if my opponent gets a Steam Cannon here. Might be a Pyromancer. Light of the Stage, okay. Lava Runner, sure. Okay, we did at least get another Enforcer. So that's nice. But what's really nice about this is it really forces them to use resources on killing it. Because I can just block this and it dies. And this doesn't. I can block this and it dies and this doesn't. So. They could cast a spell at my face. This becomes a 2-2. Steamkin first, sure. Do they have a shock? They do. Wizard's Lightning. Wizard's Lightning being used on that is actually pretty fine with me. I assume my opponent's going to use their Firebrand. Yep. So that is fine. Yep. So I'm going to take 2 here. I'm going to just mortify my opponent. There's literally no reason for me not to. And next turn I'll be able to play Enforcer and Tithe Taker. So we just really don't want their Steamkin running away with it. I'm so sad on the inside. Alright, let's see what they have. Experimental Frenzy would obviously suck here, especially since we just used Mortify, but Steamkin, I think, is the immediate threat, and we don't know if they're playing Experimental Frenzy. Risk Factor. I'm going to take the damage, sir. Because I'm still in an okay place life-wise. So I'll go down to 10. Then I can play these 2, which are fantastic roadblocks. No, I'm going to play these 2. And then next turn I can play Lyra, and Lyra should just steal the game for me. Be at 8. I don't know if I want to eat another risk factor. I probably will, honestly. It's risky as hell. I'd go down to 6, and then I'd be down to 4 with Lyra. I'm gonna take the damage here. They only have 1 card in hand. Actually, I think it might be better to pay the 2, play Gideon up this to give it lifelink to get back up to 6, and then the following turn I can play Lyra. What's in your hand? Gonna kill my Tithe Taker? Shock my face. Okay. So that makes it a lot harder. I'm going to be at functional 4, but they have to top deck 4 damage. And I don't believe that's easy to do. So I'm going to Blackblade because they can top deck 2 damage very easily. Going to plus, going to give this lifelink. I will attack with this. And I still have a blocker. Even if this gets killed, I have a blocker. My opponent shouldn't block. I have no idea why they would block there. They're at 20. I have literally no idea why they would block there. But next turn I can play Lyra. I can still plus this, gain a little bit more life. Seraph the Scales as well is very nice. I'm going to play this, see if they want to leave. I guess I shouldn't have played the Lyra just yet. Yeah, I shouldn't have played the Lyra just yet. Get this lifelink again.
I believe in you, friend.
Oh, no. You stay back. You're my friend. You protect me and Gideon. Or Chad, as they like to call him. So this is definitely an easy one. Cry the Carnarium comes in. More cast downs come in. Shock my face. Okay, they're still drawing life. That's why they haven't conceded. Let's see. Am I dead? I'm not dead. I win. Okay. Duress is good for... So they're definitely more of a burn-heavy one. But we know for a fact I want to get these in. I want this in. Ixalan's Binding is way too slow. I feel like more cast downs are nice. Gideon is actually pretty decent here, but I'm going to trim him a little bit. Lyra is just too good to lose. I actually think that this can get trimmed a little for more cast downs. There's an argument to be made for having a 3-3 split with Tithe Taker and Adanto because of the fact that Adanto can attack better with Gideon. You gain more life. But I think that I just want the additional blockers of Tithe Taker. I think this is correct. Let me just double check. Binding is too slow. This doesn't really matter. I don't want Duress in on the side. I don't know why this flower's here. It's kind of weird to me. Wow, there's another one over here. So strange. I think that's fine. We're going to go second. And even if we lose this one, we can go ahead and play first the following game, and we might even bring some Duresses in, I'm not sure. Fudge, I'm out of water. Can't keep this. Remember, I have 26 lands in this deck. 26. Are you serious? And we might just get run over here. Branch, sure. It's good that the competitive metagame challenges in best of 3 because, like, if I just had this hand against mono red, like, I just lose, and it's not even because I play poorly. So this is actually helpful because it is just a blocker. I'm, like, never taking the 4 damage from this. I'm literally just going to block this if I'm able to. Like, even if they shock this, like, that's two damage is not going to come to my face. And, like, you can, like, pay 4 to block this because it might, like, be better for you in the long run. I just don't think it's correct. If my opponent sacks Firebrand to try and kill Adanto, then I might actually consider it. Might consider it. But it doesn't look like they do. I assume they attack regardless. Right? Okay. Easy block. Now I guess they Firebrand? No, they just passive damage. Kind of strange. Oh my god, the Mortify is so helpful. Because it gives me a bridge between Seraph the Scales into Lyra. So if I'm able to literally get Seraph the Scales into Lyra, we should be good. Another Firebrand, that's fine. I guess there's an argument to be made to kill this before their turn, just because now they can Witcher's Lightning me. Oh man, what if they're just holding a mountain and a Steamkin? Okay, good. And we have the land for it, so we're going to go and play this. Hope she doesn't die, and then we can just go straight into a Lyra. And immediately recoup some of that life loss, so... Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. The issue is they are going to kill it. Which makes a lot of sense. But I'd likely just play another Seraph the Scales, to be honest. So I assume this is going to be a... Can't be Wizard's Lightning. Lightning Strike it? Yep. That's fine, because I still have blockers for these. Or should I just play Lyra? It's possible I should just play Lyra. I actually... I don't think I play Lyra because those two are on the field, right? Because Lyra would just die to another Lightning Strike. So I think I would rather just play this tapped and play this out. I have no reason to attack with the spirits. Obviously, my opponent could like play land Chain Whirler, but well, land Chain Whirler would suck because then I'd lose Seraph the Scales. But well, because they would use these. But I would be able to play Lyra without these being an issue. So I think this is fine. I think my sequence here is fine. Don't really want to draw any more lands, but so it looks like it's just another Lightning Strike. Yeah, so I'm very glad with the line that I took. Resplendent. Interesting. I do think I just play Lyra here. If they are able to kill it as well, that's fine. And then the... Well, I probably should have played Resplendent. Yeah, I probably should have played Resplendent. I'm going to attack with two of these. Because if I play Resplendent and they get rid of it, that's like whatever. But if they don't, then next turn I can just use Resplendent. I don't know, because then like I'd open myself up. Fantastic. Of course they did get kind of mana screwed, but at the same time they're playing mono red, so I assume they're not playing very many lands anyway. So, fuck them. For what it's worth, like this is the place where I expect to face good decks. So we got 2 wins. We already made 500 gold. The issue, of course, is a single loss, and we're out. This is a single elimination tournament. It's very fun. It's very fun. I do like the competitive metagame from time to time. De temps en temps. De temps en... whatever. Muy gato. Oh, play first. I'm playing 26 lands. 26. Sure. This is fine. Nah. I'd rather just get more lands. Play this tapped. Depending on what they play, I choose Vanguard or Tithe Taker. Let's see. If it's more of a, like a red deck, I play Tithe Taker. If it's not, then I play Vanguard. I don't know what they're playing. They might actually just be on the same deck I'm on. Which would be hilarious. It's possible. Very possible that they're on the same deck I am on. Or they could just be on Esper. They're on Esper. Oh, they're on Esper Hero. Now that's cool. Cool, but potentially bad. That said, easy pick to come in is Cry the Carnarium. Deals with their tokens and stuff. Duress, I think, is also good because I think they play like a lot of the 3-mana planeswalkers, like new Tef. Mortify, sure. I expected that. Next one I can play Seraph. Didn't attack, very interesting. I'll play Seraph. Not really a reason to attack with my Adanto Vanguard, frankly. Because they could just block with a token and force me to either pay 4 or lose to a token. Basilica Belhon, very interesting. Did not know that this deck played that. I'm going to go ahead and drop the Tithe Taker. I'm going to go and play Gideon. Going to plus
prime day for justice.
Give her lifelink.
Prepare for battle.
Play the Godless Shrine tapped. Give herself vigilance. Next to combat. Attack. Can also attack with a Adanto Vanguard, but I might as well keep it back to block. Yeah, one attacker. So my opponent is going pretty wide. Just unfortunate. This deck probably could use Kai's Wrath. Teferi? I do hate this deck. Do they minus on my Seraph? I assume that they do?
Stand by and watch.
Yeah.
You need to take a timeout.
That's fine. That's not fine. I'll give you indestructible.
Your light will cleave the darkness.
There's an argument to be made to just attack my opponent's face here and ignore Teferi, and I think I agree with that argument. Yeah, that's fine. Gideon is dead. Ugh, this matchup is trash.
Hold that thought.
Let me shut up. How much have they seen? They've seen my Seraph. They've seen my other angels. Yeah, that's just concession. Okay, so I definitely bring in Duress. I definitely bring in Cry of the Carnarium. I don't know if Cast Down is very good here. But let's see. We definitely bring in Duress. I don't think Ixalan's Blinding is actually very good. Because I think I might just rather Despark. Kaya is not great. Ugin is potentially great. But I want Cries. I kind of want Cast Downs as well. Like, I just have so much, like, removal that I want. Gideon is kind of not great when they're going so wide. I kind of want to just cut a lot of things and put in more removal, which just sounds like a terrible idea. Like, I want an Ugin. It takes me down to 2.6. So I might cut a land. What happens if I cut a land? Just cut a plains. And I put an Ugin. What does that do? 2.7? I think I'm going to go with this. Yeah, I don't know if this is correct against this deck, but I haven't played against a lot of Esper Hero. I've seen a decent amount of Esper Hero, but I haven't played against it, really. 744. Trones is today. I'll play first. This is a fine hand. Not great because I don't have Gideon mana, but I do have access to turn to Adanto. I want to just annoy the hell out of my opponent's life. That Godless Shrine is pretty good. It means I can Gideon if I need to. Also means that if my opponent plays out a hero, I can kill it with Mortify. Did they play a hero? Nope, they discovered. That's totally fine with me, because that gives me more time to be aggressive against my opponent. Interesting. Had to drop 2 lands there. Godless Shrine. Play out the Gideon. Plus, get my life back. Lifelink. No real reason to give Vigilance. It's not like Esper has a history of getting haste. I'll potentially be able to get Gideon up to Alt. Thief. Easy Thief to kill. Nice. Here, I think the correct decision is just Mortify this, play this tapped. Die. Once again, gonna go ahead and get this lifelink, because why not?
I will lend you my strength.
And now if I have to, I can use Gideon's -6. But my opponent's already down to 10, so that's very helpful. I mean, this is exactly why Adanto's pretty decent in this matchup, because it just puts pressure on my opponent. Interesting. I'm going to plus this first on Adanto to give him
I believe in you, friend.
Vigilance, actually. Then I'm going to cast Duress. Now my opponent might have an Absorb here, which means... Oh, they can't Absorb, they have a Swamp. So they could cast down, Mortify. I guess Mortify is the correct decision. Well, Contempt... Contempt potentially is also awful. Contempt gains some life, so I think I do that. And I just... I guess I'll play Tithe Taker first. And if they want to use their cast down and Mortify, they have to do it now. Cool. So now I'll just go ahead and attack. I'll play another Adanto. Sure. Another Adanto. My opponent's at 3. They could play Hostage Taker. They're dead. They could play Basilica. I'd put them up to 3 or up to 6. I'd have a 4. They'd have to block the 4. They'd be dead. Yep. We got him. Game 3. We're going to be on the draw. And on the draw... I honestly still think this is probably the best. Resplendent could come back in. Honestly, just so many things feel so slow that I think I would just rather have Duress. Am I able to change this in between games? No, okay. Duress is very potentially weak, but maybe I'll swap out a single Duress for a binding. Since they're going second. Maybe I should do 2 bindings. 2.7 still. I think this is still fine. Like, even if they get turn 2 hero, being able to take the important multicolored cards out of their hand is important. This is a fine hand. It's not great, but it's fine. Play this on turn 2, play this on turn 2 either. So yeah, we can respond to hero, or we can just play out something. We are... Well, I didn't like the land, but sure. We are likely to be able to cast Lyra. Is this a hero? This is a hero, so we're going to cast that down. Because we kind of have to. I legit almost played that Isolated Chapel. I would have shame conceded. Another Lyra to replace the one that's going to die for sure. Do you have another hero? Do you have a Thief Ascendi? Shit. Now of course we're just drawing a bunch of lands. And now we're going to lose to a Thief. That's great. I guess for that reason I should have... Seeing the Thief, I should have played... I should have put the Resplendent Angels back. That was just dumb on my part. I'm going to draw another land this turn. It's going to be very sad. My opponent got one of my few actual spells. No, Thief Ascendi. Oh, that sucks. Okay, cast down's helpful. I suppose I just do one now. Just because they very well could have Absorb. Just play this tapped, I suppose. Die, die, die. And I might as well attack, because I can't really do anything on D here. Sure. So I can cast Lyra next turn. Lyra probably just dies, unfortunately. Well, they took something good. Daughter Azure. Well, one of my Lyras is gone. But Lyra number 2 can't die to cast down. Very important. Did we see cast down? No, we saw Mortify, Rest, Contempt. I feel like we might have seen Despark, but I mean they have Mortify mana up, so it's probably gonna get killed. Let's see. Cool. So we can block the Thief as long as Lyra lives. My opponent does have some cards from me. Of course they get my binding. I can play Adanto and then rebuy my Lyra. Wait, I can't cast Lyra. Fuck. This is a train wreck. Okay, so I can at least kill this. I suppose I do it now. Yeah, my opponent was looking at the Ixalan binding, and I looked at my Mortify. Yeah, I've done that before. I am incredibly upset with myself. This is a competitive challenge, Justin. Get your head in the game. I mean, I have more. I have more Mortifies in the deck. I have more binding in the deck. It's another Vanguard, I guess. I'm gonna swing out. I'm so mad at myself. It was such an obvious play, and I didn't see it because, for some reason, when I see Mortify, I'm like, oh, it's creature removal. Well, can't get tilted off of one misplay, even though that misplay almost certainly cost me the game. Because I could have ambushed his Thief of Sanity, would have blocked it, would have had Lyra back, would have gained some life, would have been able to start attacking again. Absolutely dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Okay, I have Seraph of my own, that's nice. I'm going to keep attacking. Exile. Mortify. I'll take the 4. Do I take the 4 again? I'd be down 2-4. But I'd have Seraph. I'd be down to 2. What am I talking about? But I'd have a Seraph. And even if they kill my Seraph... Oh, they could exile my Seraph. I didn't think that through. So they could exile my Seraph. And then I would not be able to get... Shit. I should have not taken the last one. So they're going to exile my Seraph now. Yep. Yep. Damn it. I lost that game twice. Ugh. Well, still. We were able to get 2 wins. Which isn't great. But we essentially just paid 500 gold for a single pack. That's essentially what we did. Oh my gosh, we have 30 packs. Let's open some packs. Spreading the pack opening across several videos. Interesting. It's almost time for Thrones. Oh my gosh, I'm starting to get rare gems. All right, well, you know, I think the deck is good. I just piloted it kind of bad in that last game. Also, the mulligans were kind of trash a lot of the time. I hope you all agree with me there, because we're running 26 lands. Anyway, I do, of course, hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, what am I'm jumping the gun. I'm jumping the gun just like Game of Thrones jumped the gun last episode, am I right? I'd like to thank, of course, my lovely patrons, especially Salamander, Croft, and Zin, and Rexel for the continued support. If you'd like to join them in supporting the boy, you can find links to the Patreon down in the description below, or you can just hit the join button to support me via YouTube. Down in the description, you'll also find links to my Aether Hub, where I'll host deck lists, as well as my Discord, I couldn't think of words, where I chat and play games with all of my my cool Discord friends. I'm going to see if this person who tweeted this deck has like a channel of any kind, and put that in the description if I find it. Otherwise, definitely check out Arena Decklist. I'll put their Twitter in the description for those of you who are too lazy to search. But yeah, I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, go and tap that like button, add a subscription to your Manifold, cast a comment in the comment section down below, pass the turn, and the video to some of your friends. And until next time, all be one.